Hey guys, welcome to Dow Jones Futures Review. I'm also going to go over ES Futures and try to be brief as possible on both. We had much better setups today on Dow Jones, so let's get right into that. Uh, we are currently within a bull flag. You can see it right here highlighted. I've mentioned it many times in previous videos, so I'm not going to go over it right now. So please just refer to past videos. Just highlighted it there real quick. So let's get into what we have here. I'm on a 15-minute chart now, and we're going to start right at the Sunday open. Uh, Initially, in my last video, I had these two lows as something I was looking for as for a failed breakdown. However, the low quality setup was a dip in recovery failed breakdown of this 345 low that happened on Friday. And I wasn't anticipating it because that's something I've become accustomed to, where we'll dip under the recent low real quick and then go right back up. So you can see right here at 6 o'clock, we undercut that by barely a point, and then we went right back up and bounced and held that for 15 minutes. That was a decent cue to go long, to backtest this reclaim level one more time. And by the way, this was a reclaim level as I had stated previous. So we ended up reclaiming that and going up level to level for two pops right there. So pretty good. One pop right here and then another pop to the top level. And then we just, for the rest of the evening, consolidated sideways selling until we popped around 2 o'clock. You can see the sideways selling, angled selling, flagging as I call it. It might not be perfect like a higher time frame flag, but still gets the job done. And we essentially had a little mini breakdown as well, because you can see we had a little low right here that went for just about 4 or 5, maybe 5, 6 points. We lost that right here at 145, and then we pushed right above it right after. That went to go target the new reclamation level I have, but more on that later. And FYI, I had these levels already set up, so you can see we tested this multiple times overnight. We came back down, offered another failed breakdown around 8 o'clock ish of the mini lows here. I did not take that, but I did notice we had another low right above as well. So maybe if it cleared that, that would have been something I was interested in. However, overall, being so close to the highs of the day, it was definitely a setup you could take if you want, and it worked out in all scenarios here, because you can see if you went high long right here, this went directly up to this new upper level for 6 points and then sold down. So many setups here. Failed breakdown right here, failed breakdown right there. And then we tagged this level one more time and then sold right down. That's why it's the new reclaim level to clear resistance. Now, pertaining to that, we did get some awesome setups right after. So the first setup I'm going to mention right here is a clear failed breakdown. Now in Dow Jones, a lot of times we'll tag an exact low, we won't go below it. So I noticed when we went and tagged this right here, that although it didn't go under, I could definitely be possibility to take a long for a failed breakdown. This line right here, this minor line, which I always put for confluence, could also have been the trigger there. And your first target would have been right up here for 5 points, and then you take some position off. However, because of the fact that we didn't clear this out, I was a little hesitant on that. So what I wanted to do was clear these lows as well. That'd be the Sunday failed breakdown trigger, and be patient for that. Eventually, we did get that. No wrong way to play this. You could have entered here on the failed breakdown of this low. You could have entered here to be a little bit safer, where I put trigger once you clear this major level. And if you want to be even safer, clear these right here to target back this new reclamation we had. Well, they all worked out. They were all pretty straightforward, very minimal drawdown. So if you entered around 45, 42, that took you right back up to this resistance area of about 45, 55 for an awesome 13-point trade right there. So no doubt that this is all working out pretty good. I'm going to lower this level just a little bit here. I think this will be the more appropriate place for that. Now, I do think that we should target that at some point. So real quick, what am I looking for now in Dow Jones? Number one, we do have an active failed breakdown right here. We have an active failed breakdown right there. Then we also have the possibility of a failed breakdown of these two lows now. However, if we got back down there, I'd really want to see this low get cut, and that could provide a great long for us later today. So that's the best setup I'm looking for right now in Dow Jones. Above here, you're probably looking at the reclaim level here. If you get above it, you'll tag this one more time, and that could lead to more upside. But realistically right now, I'd want to see more selling here on Dow Jones for another setup if possible. Going to ES real quick, very choppy since Sunday open. Essentially, we did the same thing here where we undercut the Friday 345 low and then took off. That was perfect little setup, low quality, but still a good setup nonetheless. Otherwise, we hit this reclaim level around 8 o'clock p.m. ish. We consolidated sideways, sold down. Mini fail breakdown here around 2 a.m. Same thing as Dow Jones. They very often move similar. And right now, honestly, we finally popped above this and reclaimed it, but super choppy. I can't really see myself entering anything here right now on ES unless we get a sell down, a dip recovery at this level. Ideally, losing these lows, maybe tagging one of these levels before going back above 64.83. So not much here on ES. While I'm here as well, I guess we'll go over Euro USD one more time. Eventually, on Sunday, we opened right here. We're working on a little mini fail breakdown, but that never came to fruition. Eventually, we started cutting down and got below that. And I noticed right away this green line was looking like a major resistance, and that if we can get above it, it will be a possibility for a good long. So when we got up here before bed, I did enter a small position just because I was sleeping. Eventually, we pushed through this green line trigger, and then around 2:30 a.m. really started pushing up, never came back down, and that was good for over 40-point long. We came up to this level, pushed through. That was a reclaim level above. Got up a couple levels, sold back down, consolidated below. Awesome setup. 8:30 started pushing back up. One could go long here if they wanted with the stop loss in this general area at the minimum. And that worked out great for Euro USD. While I go now, the few setups I see here is a failed breakdown possibility here. We could back test this reclaim level first. That'd be nice if we get some structure here or a dip below and then reclaim. If we only tag this area, I'd probably want to see this low clear by a couple points just to be safe. That's Dow Jones, ES, and Euro USD September 8th afternoon update.